everybody, sorry about the dark video today. Just a bit of a quick kind of setup. What I'm about to show you is basically some of the first molds that have actually come out. So you have to bear with me as well because I'm having a bit of a technical problem here. So what I'm going to show you is like if you can I'm just going to move up to this corner, and you can see here is the desk. And what I'm actually going to show you is, anyway, now I'm going to stop waving my hands. I'm going to show you the boxes. So these are the boxes that actually can have the molds in. So they have these in, and this is me basically ripping them apart and kind of showing you what's inside. And it's kind of like Christmas when you kind of do this kind of thing. And these are some of the miniatures for the Kickstarter, and these are going to be the master molds. So what actually happens with some of the components from this, such as if I find some of the models, for example, Eleka's club, which is here. With that would actually kind of go off to be metal cast, and it is going to be metal cast, along with her arm and some other little bits and pieces, such as things like the Corsadip's head, because it has a thin part which will break easily, so better in metal. So this is the whole process that actually happens once I actually can take the miniatures out of the mold. So the silicone out of the mold, you can see I start to trim off the bottom, and the reason I trim off the bottom is because it creates this kind of curve. Even if you actually scrape down on the outside and try and push the silicone down, it still creates this kind of like almost like water tension, equivalent to like water tension when water tension kind of creeps up things. Yeah, so it's just trimming that off to actually make sure it sits flush when casting. And everything will be completely flush and completely flat and completely level, because when I actually cast these, I actually make sure it's on a completely leveled piece of granite, so I make sure they're flat. You can see I'm just kind of like starting to actually pull it apart and trying to get in there. Then what I do is I can in a second you'll see that I grab these things. These are medical forceps. Forceps are those what they're called? So you can you know the clicking? Yeah, it's kind of just goes on a clip, and it kind of stops it from going back in itself. So it actually saves your fingers when you're actually doing it, because otherwise when you're actually kind of pulling the molds apart and actually cutting into it, it can really hurt your hands. I mean, it's like I spent ages kind of doing that, and I still do it quite frequently without actually using these. Today I felt like using them. So yeah, so you can see here I'm kind of just cutting down the sides, making it that initial like S-shaped cut down the side, and what that actually does, it gives it like a keying kind of position. Actually, I'm removing it now. I'm going to move it back around to that keyed position. It's a bit behind the logo there, but I think I'll bring it back up into the centre of the screen in a second. There we go. So yeah, so then what you'd actually do, once you've got that tension in there, you can actually start cutting it, and what it does is it helps it to pull apart a lot easier, which saves you a lot of pain basically. But yeah, so and this is actually what happens when I can do the molds. Every single mold that I make have to go through this process, and it's kind of fun, because you get to see what comes out at the end, and it's kind of like, oh, is everything okay? Is the mold okay? Or is the miniature coming out? And I always just kind of it's a bit of a challenge sometimes to actually make sure the model comes out without breaking, because obviously I like to try and keep my sculpts as much as possible, so I can actually use them for display, etc. And just in case I need to actually use them again in the future for making a new master. But what I will actually do once I've done this, I will cast off 3 sets of these, which will then go into a box and be kind of kept for prosperity, so then I can actually use those to actually make a new master, but then I'll make sure they're kind of good masters when they come out. But yeah, so this is for the Corsadips, and I mean, if I skip on a little bit, okay, so as you can see here in this part here, I'm actually kind of taking what are kind of like vents, which kind of go up to the end of the Corsadips hand, because the way in which I put it in the mould was so that the miniature still had its arm sticking out, because to actually remove that would have been a bit of a pain. So this is the easiest way to do it. simply because of the fact the way in which the sculpt is, there's no way I could have cut it off without actually damaging the detail, so I didn't want to do that, so I did it this way, which is fine as it's resin. As in the body for this miniature is going to be resin, it's just the head that's going to be metal. So, yes, blah blah blah, miniature coming out, pulling it out, and as you can see there, as you can see inside there, and I start to get a pair of tweezers now. Some of the actual kind of tendrils kind of got pulled off. This is fine. This kind of thing kind of happens. So there you go. There's one tendril, and there was a total of 3 tendrils that came off. So yes, I know everybody knows John, but it's actually that's where it came from. Anyway, so skip on, and so that was the coarser dips, and this is just making sure all the cuts are correct. Now what I will actually do once this is, once I cast up from this, I'll make another master mold, which will actually, sorry, not master mold, reduction molds, which will just have the body and that'll be it. And there'll be 3 in one mold, so every single time I do a cast, I'll be casting 3 on the course dips up. That is the process that I take. I did do a lot more. And I'm leaving my voice. As you can see here, this is the next one, pulling it apart, skip on a little bit more, and cleaning it up. Same process you've seen before, and I go through the process for all of them. And the one that I actually kind of got most excited about was when it came to a lacquer. And this is the one lacquer. You can see I'm cleaning out the outside of the mold, skip forward a little bit. And I'm starting to cut it open. This is the lacquer one. This is the lacquer one, yeah. So let's start. I'll just skip forward to where it actually starts to come out. So you can see here I'm kind of starting to cut through from the arms, so where the arms were in the mold, and taking that. The weapon came off the hand, which is fine because. It just made it easier for something I'm planning to do in the future. But then trying to take it out, tweezers again, try not to damage it. There we go. There we go. Anyway, so I was really worried about some of the bits on lacquer that wouldn't come out properly, and the only thing I seem to have a problem with is just skipping forward whilst I do this. Is when it came to actually kind of pulling her out. So as you can see here, I've just got the forceps in there, like keeping it open, and then pulling her out. So she came out fine, but the one thing that actually happened was that the thread broke on her necklace, and as I'm about to just keep that open, I get a pair of tweezers to get those bits out. No. Oh no, that's me cutting a vent in there. Hang on, let's skip forward to the tweezers part. There we go. And as you can see here, I was kind of pulling something out, and that is part of the necklace. And it's one of the problems that you actually kind of get sometimes when you've got really fine parts, is that can happen. But when that goes into the pressure chamber, it's got on the screen now. When that goes into the pressure chamber, basically what actually happens is all the resin gets pushed into all these parts anyway from the pressure, and then all the bubbles are crushed. So it all should come out absolutely fine. And when it comes to the production molds, anyway, I shall just quickly go over them and double check the parts to make sure there's nothing there to actually kind of fill in the gaps in between if there is a problem with that kind of thing, and if I need to recreate it. So I mean, that's basically what my morning's been. I've still got some more molds to do, and what I can say is sorry there hasn't been an update. I've just been very busy with everything that actually needs to be done, but there will be more updates coming soon. I have to get a lot of work done before next week. This next week I have a previous engagement, is probably the best way to put it, to do some work on something else that they've been planned beforehand. So I have to go off and do that, but then I will be back after 7 days, at which point I'm hoping there'll be some nice shinies kind of here waiting for me. And once I get the shinies, I will show you. But sorry the videos aren't as regular as I wanted them to be. It's just I've run out of time when it comes to it. And I've not wanted to actually kind of give you guys videos of things when there's not a massive amount to show you. One thing I will do later on today is, after I've actually run these molds through, when I've run these molds through the pressure chamber, I will actually take photos of the cast models so you guys can see the quality of the cast as it comes out. Okay, but thank you very much for watching, guys, and I shall see you guys in the next Barakum Bar video. Okay. Catch you later.